Hello, this is Barb from the Inner Sanctuary. Thanks for stopping by. Today's class will be stage 1 of meditation. It's called focus meditation or also one-pointed meditation. Something to keep in mind with all meditations is meditation does not just happen in the mind or in the brain. Meditation includes all of your thoughts, all of your emotions, the sensations in your body, your breath. All that is part of meditation because you're becoming aware of what's going on in your body. And the purpose of meditation or focus meditation is to become one-pointed, to direct all your attention on one point. And this practice will be using a candle flame to experience that. So the point of one-pointed meditation, as in all meditation, you're training your mind. And meditation actually means to get used to. So you're training your mind, and no matter what kind of meditation you're doing, you're training your mind to get used to that experience. So when you go into the real world, you'll be able to handle it and be able, in this case, to focus on one point. So as you go out into the world, things start happening and it's chaos. You have that still point inside of you to remain calm in the middle of a storm. So you don't become part of the storm, you become the calm within the storm. So this is the point of focus meditation. And you're able to do that because you're not paying attention to what your mind is telling you. Because the mind is constantly creating experiences and coming up with reactions or responses based on your past experience. So once you're able to focus your mind and stay on that one point, eventually things start to slow down. And in stage 2, we'll work on that. So right now, you're just focusing on one point, realizing you are not your mind, you are not your emotions, you are not your thoughts, you're not the sensations in your body. You're just recognizing those things and being aware and gently returning back to the one point. So again, the focus meditation is to remain focused on one thing. Because if you don't, you'll be listening to all those ideas that your mind is throwing out. Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I see something I like, I want to chase after that, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. And it's all based on patterns. Your brain is just a culmination of patterns and things that you've done in the past, things that were said to you, things that you said, things that you've heard. All these are interpreted by the brain, and they're misinterpreted and they're misunderstood. And it's all based on past experiences. So the goal of this is to just focus on one thing. Don't pay any attention to what your mind is telling you. Just focus. So in this practice, you'll need a candle, and it should be about 1 foot away from you and at the level of your eyes. And we'll just practice focusing on this, and then there's a little trick that I'll teach you on the next step of focus meditation. So I will see you soon. As always, find a place where you won't be disturbed. You'll have your candle set up about 1 foot away, and the flame should be at eye level. One of the things that helps in meditation is to establish your seat. So that means to find a place where your body will be comfortable and you won't have to adjust too much. If during the practice you do need to move, just be aware, like if you have to itch your face or something. The goal is to try not to, but if you need to while you're practicing, just be aware of what you're doing. So if you have to cough, be aware of your coughing. If you have to move, be aware that you're moving, and make a space between that awareness and taking action of, moving or itching or whatever. So when you find your seat, you'll start with the pelvic area. So the pelvic area, you can slide forward or backward. you can kind of rock back and forth on those pointy points, the sits bones they're called. So rock back and forth so your pelvis isn't turned too forward or backward, so there isn't a big arch in your back. So you want to sit comfortably so everything is neutral. So you'll find that space, rock back and forth, side to side, and find a comfortable place where your sits bones are resting on the surface below. The next thing is lift the chest without changing the sits bones. So it's all very subtle. And once you get it, it locks into place and you could sit effortlessly. So the three things would be rocking back and forth to find that spot, lift up, lift the chest, and then adjust the head and the chin so it rests comfortably on the top of the spine. So you're just finding that place where everything is stacked upon each other in comfort, where there's really no effort at all. Your hands can rest comfortably on your knees, palms down or palms up, whichever is comfortable. Sometimes people rest their hands like this with their thumbs touching and the energy of the fingers aligned on top of each other with the thumbs resting. And the key is to just find a place where your arms are comfortable and you're not forcing anything. So the whole thing is about finding a place of effortlessness where you can focus without the energy of your body competing with the focused mind. So we'll begin the practice now. You're in a quiet place, you have your posture that's comfortable, and the first thing you'll want to do is generate a feeling of compassion. So it's like a heartfelt, you can even place your hand on your heart. It's just to generate, the purpose of your meditation is compassion towards yourself and others. So you're doing this practice so when you go in the real world, you'll be able to be more compassionate to yourself and to others by not responding, not reacting, and just making that space, like I said, making the space between what you're thinking, feeling, seeing, and the action that you take based on that. So we'll get started. We'll do this for a minute at first. So we'll just close your eyes for a minute. Make sure the posture is effortless or as effortless as you can get. And just take a few deep breaths. And this is a silent meditation because we don't want any music distracting us. It's just about being quiet and being with the mind and noticing what's going on in the mind and then refocusing on the object of the focus. So you can open your eyes and just gently start to stare at the candle flame. You can be aware of the breath, but your focus is on the candle flame. You might start to have thoughts about the candle flame. Oh, it's moving, it's this color, it's that color. Pay no attention to those thoughts and just focus on the flame. Inhale and exhale. You need to adjust your posture. Maybe your chin needs to be moved back a little bit, shoulders a little bit up and down. And this practice will be for 2 minutes. So begin. Focus just at the candle flame. Again, be aware if your mind starts to wander, be aware, be mindful, and return it back to the flame. So it's breaking those patterns that have been built up in the brain. You start thinking something, just refocus. It's a constant refocusing. Inhale and exhale. Now this next practice will be the same thing for 3 minutes. We'll look at the candle flame for 1 minute, and after 1 minute, I'll give you the next instructions. So again, focus on the flame, establish your seat, focus on the flame. Now close your eyes. And notice if you can see the flame, an image of the flame while your eyes are closed. You may see a little bit of it, but focus, 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 and bring that flame, the image of the flame, into your awareness. Now for the next 2 minutes, if you lose the focus of the flame in your inner awareness, open your eyes and establish the image again. Close the eyes and see if you can find it. And focus and keep it in your inner awareness. And you may notice the harder you try, it goes away. But if you relax your mind and relax your vision, it appears. Inhale and exhale. So this practice is something you can do out in the real world, is just constantly refocusing. You can use your breath. Obviously, you're not going to be carrying a candle around with you, so you can use your breath to keep refocusing on your breath, and just notice the difference between when you think something, or you're thinking something about something you're seeing, or something that someone says to you, whatever. Just notice if you can focus on the breath and not respond, not think anything of it, and just keep your awareness inward, focused on your own stability. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and stay tuned for stage 2, and I will see you soon.